So a lot of the questions are beginning to get answered. Let's get into it. Let's talk Samurai Troopers. Let's go. So in this episode of Samurai Troopers 2026, Part 2, Episode 2, titled Miracles, we are leaving off where we left off in Episode 1, where Ryusei and Inmei are now in the demon realm. Looking to eradicate the demon realm, or at least part of it, they are now facing the troopers and the remainder of the Braves. In doing so, they all were still unsure of who's going to fall where, so it's right now just a free for all. The Divine World has kind of distorted some of the demon armors to make it their own, and they're attacking the Braves and the troopers. Everybody's just right now trying to figure out where everyone falls overall. The guys seeing Ryusei are kind of excited, but kind of seeing that there are some differences in his personality. Being that in the flashback in the early part of the episode, you see that after he was kind of killed, the Divine World kind of brought him back and utilized him now as a new divine warrior, presumably in the place of Ramaga. Speaking of Ramaga, we go back to the flashback and they show what Ramaga did when stealing the tools and trying to get the special armor and doing what his overall plan was. So kidnapping the guys and doing what his plan was, which you get an overall explanation of, which is kind of shocking. So Ramaga now still in Guy's body. He tries to get the sword and attack, but right now the army of the Divine World is still taking on the Braves and the troopers. Now again, this is one of my favorite parts because Sasuke is one of my favorite Braves. He holds it down. You'd think it would be Saizo, but no, it's Sasuke through and through, showing that he is a true leader and he's just trying to protect the remainder of his team. So as everyone's fighting, Inmei finally, spills the beans and says, "No, you guys are not or weren't originally demons. You were kidnapped by Ramaga and you were transformed into demons, I guess through the form of the tools, and he had you guys in the demon realm." Not knowing, so again, some memory tampering, they start to really remember as Inmei shows them the truth. Angry with Ramaga, they swear their vengeance and things like that, but they don't move in the way that Inmei perceives them to, and he begins to, again, Sasuke showing his overall leadership, says that it's not what they say that's going to dictate what they do, and they're going to protect their world. Inmei not liking this, they proceed to create an even more giant divine soldier, and they attack. The troopers getting involved, everybody's getting kind of beat and stuff like that. This is a true combat episode, just some few revelations and some combat. So Kaido kind of makes a plan with Sasuke off screen, and they begin to formulate it. The rest of the Braves, presumably about to get crushed, Sasuke saves them, and Kaido gets the divine sword, or the sword of Oblivion, and he proceeds to try to give it to Ramaga, but not in the way Ramaga thinks, and he kind of impales him. And this does something that is great. It brings Guy back. I don't know how they knew this was going to work, but Guy is now back, and he's fired up. I'm still not, privy to the catchphrase. If you know what other anime that comes from, you'd be shocked, but whatever. So he's fired up. They all formulate the white armor or the Emperor armor, and now he is ready to take on Inmei and Ryusei. Now, this again was a great, not chapter, but episode because again, the revelation shows that Ramaga was just some disgruntled guy trying to take over and gain more power. The guys were indeed truly human in the beginning, so Ramaga somehow was able to transform them into demons when he kidnapped the Braves and Guy from the divine world and the divine realm, and do what he was going to do with them. I guess train them to be soldiers in his army and take over. So that's an interesting revelation. So they were in fact human. Also, the Divine World is just brought Ryusei and Inmei into this fight. So it's going to be a gradual takeover as you see what the remainder people of the Divine Realm do. They're not as strong as the original Sagome in the fact that as Ramaga was stealing the tools, he was able to take out majority of them where only Sagome remained and he had to leave. And this is stated in the show where Ramaga was second only to Sagome, the high priestess. So again, overall, great episode. A lot of exposition dump and a lot of battle. Can't wait to see what episode 3 is. I don't know if it cools down or continues to go. But again, this is leading to a good direction that we could see the Braves team up with the Troopers or some kind of temporary alliance where the Troopers will help the human world and the Braves will continue to protect the demon world and things cross where they can. But overall, what did you guys think of this episode of Samurai Troopers 2026? Did you like where it goes? Are you happy to see Guy back? And is Ramaga's lingering will in Guy's body going to play a lot of factors still in the show? Find out, let me know, and comment down below if you watch the show. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you and have a good day.